Well, we are back. I don't know why we're being cut off, but it doesn't matter to me. We're back on. And there is Vimutti in the congregation with the Buddha. And the Buddha sees his interior and sees the potential for awakening and addresses Vimutti, Kuti, I mean. And he speaks about the beauty of dana. I encourage you, sir, visit some of the monasteries. Go out on Pindapat. Look at your lay people who have nothing, giving food and rice and medicines to the Sangha. When I first encountered that in your country, I cried. I had never seen unconditional dana. When I was on a bed, ill, ready to die, strangers came into me and rubbed my head with a moist cloth, fed me, take me to the toilet, bathed me. I'd never had anyone do that. I was a young monk. Your country introduced me to the power of dana, the beauty of giving in this shared world, sir. And you're telling the people of your country who love dana and sila, I'm going to kill you? It's wrong. It's got to stop. He went on to talk about the power of ethical restraint, interrupting wrong speech, wrong action, wrong thought, and the cultivation of beautiful thoughts, beautiful speech, and beautiful actions. You know that. Then he went to speak about the perils of misguided behavior and the role of cause and effect. And inevitably those who insult the Dhamma, who ridicule life, who kill and torment, lie and deceive, tyrannize through the lawfulness, the ancient eternal law of karma and vipaka and paticca samuppada, are reborn in states of deprivation. Look at the animal world. Look at the suffering in people who are poor. Look at the disparities that we have in the world. The rich, the poor, the ill, the diseased, the bright, the opportunities. Sir, for whatever good karma, you have wealth right now, but your mind, you act like a swamp, a putrid swamp. You're just throwing your rubies into the pool of excrement, and you're trying to take your people with you. And eventually it said the Buddha talked to Kuti about the higher dhammas, about the Four Noble Truths. Have a monk or a nun or both talk to you about the Four Noble Truths, talk to you about cause and effect, talk to you about the apayalokas. And eventually the Buddha talked about anicca and anatta and dukkha, it said. All things that arise will pass away. All things that arise will pass away. Anicca vata sankhara, upadavaya damino, upatichawa nirajanti, te sambupasamo sukho. You know that. The children of Burma know that chant as well as anyone, sir. But it's easy to forget. It's said that Kuti became a sotapanna upon hearing this discourse by the Buddha. And he walked off. And soon thereafter, as legend has it, he was killed by a cow with a calf and died as a sotapanna, a stream enterer, the first stage of enlightenment. And the monks and nuns gathered and asked the Buddha. I could imagine you and me there asking the Buddha, what happened? Who is this wretched leper who's been the outcast his whole life, No one wants to get close to him. He has to eat food that he can't distinguish between excrement because no one wants to give it to him in a bowl. He's dirty and ragged, and yet you spoke to him. Imagine if Maitreya or the Buddha were speaking to you, Senior General. And the Buddha was said in the sutta to have told the monks and nuns, Kuti, in a previous life, encountered a Pacceka Buddha, and through arrogance, through delusion, spit on him. And based upon that kamma and that vipaka, imagine when you see Siddhagusero, you spit on him. Imagine when you see the Pali Canon, you go, you spit on it. Imagine you to all of your people right now, threatening to kill them. You're spitting on them. You're doing exactly what Kuti did to a Pacceka Buddha, sir. No one's going to tell you that. But it's right in your ear and your heart right now. And Sayadaw U Pandita, in his book, Wisdom for the World, Dhamma Advice for Senior General Ming Online, and the people of my country, he says it right in that book as well. Get the book, read it, give it to all the military, all the police, everyone in your country, and take this ruby and polish it and take it out of the cesspool of excrement. Well, from that simple act of spitting on the Dhamma, spitting on the Sasana, spitting on the Sangha, spitting on Nibbana, spitting on the Four Noble Truths, spitting on democracy, spitting on the universality of human rights, spitting on General Aung San, spitting in the face of beauty. He was reborn in the Apayaloka, the hell worlds, for hundreds of thousands of years, suffering immeasurable torment. And the descriptions of those torments, sir, are unimaginable. You know as well as I do. You come from a Buddhist culture. I had to travel 10,000 miles to encounter it as a young adult. And after that tenure in hell, he was reborn a leper. His name was Kuti. He told the monks and nuns. Sir, are you Kuti in the next life? Or are you spitting on the Buddha, spitting on the people? Will you be reborn in hell? Let me remind you of the questions. What's best for my people? What's best for the military? What is best for my wife and son and my family and associates? And what is best for me now and in the future and in my next life? And the Buddha ended the discourse, it said, in telling the monks and nuns, just as one who has eyes would avoid uneven and treacherous areas to walk, so too do I encourage you with all of your heart and mind to avoid evil deeds. Akusala, avoid akusala deeds, thought, speech, and actions. The inevitable result of those levels of aberrant akusala, when you spit on Dhamma, when you spit on the Buddha, when you spit on the Sangha, when you spit on the people, much less killing the people, you are assured like Devadatta, to be born in hell. It's not a threat. It's a reality. Sir, right now, let me conclude. The revolution has just begun. Yes, you may be scared. You may not even admit it to anyone. But you have a chance. Your country is the ruby of the world today. Take it higher. If you were to ask me right now, what would I do? I would say consult with my best friend and my wife, and especially your own heart, and ask the hardest questions. What's best for my people? What's best for the military? What's best for my family? What's best for me now and in the future? And act. And what I would do? Seize your Ashoka moment. Listen to the Dhamma in your own being. Ask for forgiveness from your people on national television. Your people are breathtakingly caring. I've never seen a culture in the world so open-hearted, so caring, so forgiving, so open-minded, so allowing. Retire and graduate into the radiance of Dhamma. Take time in a monastery as a layman and meditate. Learn the ancient practices of mind control and the beautification of the heart. Give some of your wealth and encourage the people in your country who have so much to give and to create a thriving moment in the sasana. Break bread, develop peace with the ethnic groups, release Aung San Suu Kyi and the President U Win Myint and U Win Tain. Cease the persecution of all people that you deem that you need to arrest. Take everyone out of the jails. Take the fear out of culture and ask for forgiveness from your people. The world will weep and celebrate like we've never seen in history if you were to simply to do that today. And from my heart to yours, sir, may it happen, because the revolution is coming your way. The people in Burma, I can see it, I can feel it, I hear it. They are not going to stop. Seize the moment. Seize your Ashoka moment. Get on national TV, apologize, seek forgiveness, retire, and let democracy shine by releasing all the leaders immediately. I will see you tomorrow at 9:30. Please share this video far and wide, part 1 and part 2. And I hope to meet you one day. I love your country, and I would like to see you do the right thing, sir. So do it.